All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery here. We get together most weekday mornings at this time, 8 o'clock Central, to talk about strategies, tips, techniques, share success stories, and support each of you. We have a very, very transparent approach whereby we have two key stakeholders. We have clients or participants. Client/participants are those small business owners who are looking for funding to start or grow a business. The second stakeholder we have are our distribution partners, individuals who are looking to get paid to educate and help others. So it's like two sides of the coin. They're not in conflict with each other, but we need the entire we need both parties for a successful model. We need our distribution partners to help us get out, create awareness, and drive in clients/participants. And we need participants to facilitate our mission through our grant subsidized program. For any of you who have not visited, and I know I get a little bit of a busy screen here, but we'll use it all in a moment, but on chapmanloanprogram.org, this is the resource site. It's a little bit busy, but this is what we were required to put together when we received the grant. So in general, it is a great place to go for information. Rather, you're looking at it from a client/participant perspective of what do they get in a bulleted format, in the format of a proposal. You can click here and get the proposal, a video that educates the potential participants of how it works in the 4 phases, and of course, it allows clients to enroll directly. Under the About Us and resources, there's numerous other resources that are available, from more so from a client/participant perspective. Those of you who are distribution partners, we're strongly encouraging, not requiring, and it's free, we're encouraging each of you to go through the certification, become certified. We call it the Small Business Funding Consultant Certification. Again, doesn't cost you anything. You can read about its reasoning or the introduction here in italics, and then there are 5 modules to go through. So if you've not gone through these 5 modules and you are a current distribution partner, I think you should. And if you're a prospective distribution partner, you could go through these 5 modules and then decide, do you want to work with us and help us educate small businesses? So these 5 modules each are around 30 minutes, but will provide you a really good understanding of what we do and how it works. On occasion, we'll have a new distribution partner who has a little bit of the deer in the headlights look. So this is where we're going to typically steer anyone that's new or are not familiar with the fundamentals to these 5 modules. Make sense? No passwords, no cost. If you want to get the certification after you've gone through these, let us know and we'll get you the written assessment. All right, so with that being said, well, one more time. If you've not gone through these carefully and diligently, you should, or you probably are not going to be very good at what you do. Okay, so with that being said, more directly, in terms of our discussion today, we just want to continue to reiterate from a distribution partner perspective, it's pretty simple. Don't make it too complicated. There's 3 things that we do, and the result of that is you get paid. And we talk about income. This is not get rich quick. Not at all. This is not like winning the lottery. But you're looking at around 25,000. Oops. Yeah, if we can get that going there. 25,000 per client that you refer in. So it's a decent side income, side gig, whatever you want to call it. I realize many of you are successful, make a lot of money already, but around 25,000 each time that you refer a client in. We should be doing at least 2 a week, 8 a month, but separate from that. But to earn the 25,000 a pop, it kind of happens automatically once you've done these 3 things. So we need to develop competency in these 3 things, or you probably will not make any money, and you probably will not help anyone. And that's horrible, right? There's so many small business owners out there that want funding, that need funding, but they don't know what you know. What you know is that there's a formula. If you follow that formula, you will be fundable. And if you're not familiar with it, well, module 1, that's what we teach you of what that 4-phase process is. So it's powerful. The example that I've started to use, and it works pretty well, is I would say, well, let's imagine we have, let's take Dr. Davis on. Dr. Davis, welcome. You're one of our newest branch offices. So let's say that Dr. Davis and I are going to get together tonight and watch a movie, and we're going to make lasagna. So what do we need to make lasagna? We need a recipe and we need the ingredients. That's what you and I provide to small businesses to help them become fundable. It's not too good to be true. Some people don't understand, and so they'll leap to that conclusion. Oh, this is impossible. That's too good to be true. No, it's not. If you have the recipe and the ingredients to make lasagna, Dr. Davis and I can make lasagna. We'll do it. If you have the formula and ingredients to become fundable, which is described here from the perspective of a distribution partner, and it's described here from the perspective of a participant, a client. We can do it. So maybe that helps. In terms of your role, if you are running a branch office, we need it to be profitable, right? Any business that you own should be profitable. Otherwise, it's a failure. And we don't want your branch to be a failure. So what is it that we do to generate the 25,000? We need to do 3 things. We need to generate a lead, we need to educate the lead, and then the lead needs to enroll. So let's talk about each of those for a moment. Now, on the left-hand side, I'm showing you an example of the new landing page format. We've talked about it the past couple days that we'll be providing each of you for free. Doesn't cost you anything. So if you're one of our distribution partners, you'll have this and we'll be able to edit it, personalize it, I should say. So let's say you want your logo at the top, and then you'll have a unique link. You can use this, and behind it will be an automated drip campaign. So we can help you educate your leads. So there'll be 5 to 7 SMS texts that are going out. So this is a legally compliant system where you'll be able to drive people into your landing page. Once they fill this out on your landing page, they'll check the box, they'll hit submit, they'll get a text. It'll say respond with yes if you accept or receive texts, and now they're in the information flow. So we can help you educate them. Because again, some of us are a little bit more experienced, a little bit more savvy in what we'll call business development, or you call it sales if you want. We know that the money's in the follow-up. Some people will sign up when first introduced, but many people are going to require multiple touches. That's just, marketing 101. I think some of you are not doing as well as you could or should because you don't have an automated system in place to follow up, to prompt them. Therefore, either it doesn't happen or it happens in a very impromptu, occasional approach. So again, we'll be launching this in April. We're hiring a marketing manager who will start in April, and we'll be able to work with each of you. So this will help a lot, I believe, on number 2. The primary way that we recommend that you educate your leads is through, let me move this over if I can, there we go, is again through this, the 4 phases. So I can pop this up for a moment and we'll stop it. So if you're not familiar with this graphic, it's a 1-page. We developed it in PowerPoint. Each of you should have an editable version of it. If not, let us know so you can customize it. But this 1-pager, I believe, is the best way to educate your prospects. Now, frankly, This PowerPoint, or I'm sorry, this YouTube here is, I wouldn't say 100% white label, but it's generic enough that you could just use it. And frankly, it'll be part of the drip campaign for people that come through here. But certainly we need to, well, I guess we'll go back to the beginning. We have to have leads, right? If you don't have leads, you will never make money because we need leads to educate, to enroll. So, well, I guess I should have started at the top. How do we generate leads? Lots and lots of different ways. Sandy was talking about putting ads on Craigslist, and we've had some separate trainings on that. But yeah, you can go onto Craigslist and pick the category and put in ads if you would like. That's not our primary way of generating leads. We've had several trainings, and frankly, two of the certification trainings, certification module 2 and module 3, is focused on helping you become proficient with number 1. So let's go ahead and put that. So let's create some spacing. Oops. There we go. And so this is in modules 2 and 3. To learn how to educate leads is in module 1. That's what this is about, teaching you how to use this PowerPoint or this page to educate. So we teach you there. And then how to enroll leads. And that's really what I wanted to get to today, is to make sure you each know how to enroll leads. So let's drop down and let's talk about how do we enroll leads. So remember, you're a branch office. What that means, you can call it white label, private label, you can use whatever descriptor, but in other words, you're going out to the market under your umbrella. So we have provided each of you, we should have, and if not, let us know and we'll fix it, but you're going to use your contract. So in other words, we provide you an editable template. You edit it by removing our information and putting yours on. If you want to add a performance fee in, you can. And then you're going to put that into probably Adobe or DocuSign for e-signature. So that's how you enroll leads, is you're going to use your contract. So we provide you the template, and we can assist you with making the edits, but it's not that difficult. Where it says our business, remove it and add your business. Pretty simple, right? And then if you want to add a performance fee, in other words, a fee, a success fee, you may call it, a fee that the client pays after their capital raise, that's optional, but you can add that. You can frankly change whatever you want to change in the contract. So the contract is between your branch and the client. We serve as your vendor. We're the vendor that's doing all the implementation. So once you have a client under contract, then you're going to do, you're going to upload the contract into the portal that we provide you. So we're going to provide you a portal, and you'll upload that contract, and then we implement, which is awesome. So you have no implementation responsibilities for the clients that you generate. So if the goal is for your branch to be profitable, which it should be, right? Any business should be profitable. Otherwise, it won't be around. And frankly, if you're not profitable working with us, you'll go find something else to do. The great news is you can generate a lot of income. And this information, by the way, is in module 4. Let's scroll down and you'll see it, module 4. So you can learn how to make money in module 4. You can learn how to educate prospects in module 1. You can learn how to generate leads in modules 2 and 3. And then, of course, module 5 are just some general best practices. So you can see how this ties together. So if any of you are not having a good week. If any of you have not enrolled a client or more, one or more clients this week, something's broken, and it's not okay. It's not something that we should just dismiss and say, oh, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Any business that is not growing, that's not generating revenue, that's not profitable, that's not okay. Don't think it's okay. So if there's something that you're not good at, let's get together and figure out what we can do to fix it. Let's put our heads together. And again, you know how to reach us. You've got our phone number and our email. But we need to fix it. So are you good at generating leads? Do you have lots of leads, right? So I'll talk to some of you, and it's like you can name off 3 or 4 people. That's a horrible lead flow. If you can name them off on one hand, that's horrible. This should be a much larger, should have a much larger funnel. So what do we do if we're not generating leads adequately? First, go review modules 2 and 3. That's the first thing you should do. Then let's get together and talk and figure out, if I can stop that craziness, what we need to do. But we need to start with leads. So let's pause for a moment and ask for a response in the Q&A. It's like a chat box. How many of you right now, just respond yes or no, feel like you have an adequate number of leads? So Bernard, Charles, Christina, David, again, Dr. Davis, thank you for joining us. Eric, Gilbert, we have 419 of you, so I can't name everyone, but I'm just looking yes or no, not judging you, not, there's no ramifications, just yes or no for each of you. Do you feel that you currently have an adequate number of leads? And you need to think about it this way, answer yes or no. Go ahead and type it in, and no one's going to be mad at you or disappointed. Just yes or no. Do you have enough leads, people to reach out to? Because if you don't have that, then that's where we need to first focus our attention, because we need good lead flow. Because I promise you, there's no shortage of small businesses that need funding to start or grow. The problem is they may not know that you exist. They may not know that you have a resource. So we have to start with making sure that we have leads. Once we have leads, then we need to educate them. And so I know that the landing page is coming, and that'll be very helpful, but it's not operational yet. We've been very candid, very transparent with you. We've hired a marketing manager. It's in development, but it's a free resource, so don't wait on it. But separate from that, and that'll help a lot, I know, but separate from that, you must develop a competency in educating the leads. Now, as we've talked about before, you can always outsource these things, right? If you don't want to generate leads, which I don't blame you, you can outsource it. You can buy leads, or you can have other people generate leads for you. Business owners do that all the time, right? When it comes to educating leads, if we don't educate the lead won't know what it is that we do and how we can help. But the great news is we have one resource that's available on demand. You could literally go up here, click on this, click on share, get the YouTube, and copy it. And let's go back over here. So you literally have education on demand by using this YouTube right here. You can also take the content, the one pager, and use it yourself and use your voice. It'd be even better if you were the one educating them than us, but either way, it's fine. But we must educate the leads, or they'll never enroll, because they won't realize how you can solve their problem. And then thirdly, we must enroll the leads. Now, obviously, we're very anxious to help you with all of these things, but mostly number 3, if you already have leads and you've already educated them and they want to participate, we need to enroll them. But it's not all that complicated. It is taking your contract, which we should have provided you in your onboarding information. If you don't have it, let us know and we can get it to you. Remove our information, add yours, and then put it into, normally you'd put it into Adobe or DocuSign and have the client e-sign it. We always want to have written contracts with clients because that clarifies what everyone has promised to do. And again, you can change that and add a performance fee, a success fee if you want. Then you upload that into the portal, and then we do all the work. Again, just think of us as your back office, as your vendor. So if you're struggling with enrolling leads, we can fix that very quickly. That won't be a hurdle very long. If you're struggling with educating leads, I just strongly recommend that you use this content, whether it be literally giving them the link or using the document itself and you using it as your talking points. I think where most of you are struggling, not all, but most of you are struggling, is generating leads. So we can certainly overcome that. And again, that starts with you reviewing modules 2 and 3. So what can we do for any of you today? Because we want you to enroll a client today. Imagine that, a business that is making money. Your branch should be making money every day. When you came aboard as a branch office, we screened you. So remember, the way that you become a branch office is here. We screened you. We don't want just anyone off the street. We want professionals that are motivated and committed. So that's our approach. So we work with a select group. So any of you who are branches, you're not just an average person. You're an entrepreneur. You're the CEO of your branch, and you have a business model that should be generating at least $100,000 a month. And if we didn't hit that in March, let's commit to that in April. Let's commit. Let's do this. April goal for every branch should be 100,000 plus. We should not accept less. This is not some crazy goal. That's the equivalent of what? Around 4 clients. And really, we should be doing at least 2 clients a week. But even if we just did 4 clients, now, does all that money come up front? Of course not. If you don't understand how the money flows, that was in module 4. Remember, we talked about that. You can learn about that here. What can we do for any of you today to make sure, because it starts with today. So I don't think we should worry about making $100,000. I don't think we should worry about enrolling 100 or 50 or 20 or 10 clients. Let's focus on enrolling 1 client today. And then we'll repeat that, of course. But what can we do to help any of you enroll 1 client today? If you need leads, you know where to get that information and you can get leads easily. That will not be a hurdle. If you need help educating leads, then keep it simple and use this piece. It's available. If you need help enrolling leads, hopefully we've covered it enough where it's simple so you understand it, but let us know. And again, you've got our phone number. The phone's answered live Mondays through Fridays during office hours. You can email us. What can we do? Is there anything that we can do to help each of you go enroll 1 client today? All right, Susan's asking about the landing page. All right, so the landing page is in development. To qualify for a free landing page, all you need to do is enroll at least 1 client this week, because there's cost for us to do this, but we're not passing that cost on to you. So we're going to spend our time and energy working with branches with this campaign, the landing page campaign, who are active. So we arbitrarily but have announced that if you enroll at least 1 client this week, then you'll qualify for the free landing page. Again, the landing page itself is not all that exciting. The key is the automation that happens once the prospective client fills it out. So if nothing else, let's enroll at least 1 client to be able to qualify for the free landing page. So with that being said, we're here to help, but you've got to accept responsibility, right? You own a branch office. This should be a $1 million a year business. Maybe that sounds like a crazy number, but break it down. If you had 12 $100,000 months, now that's over $1 million. If you enrolled 4 clients a month, we're on track to generate 100,000. Is it that crazy to think that you could enroll 1 client a week? And again, we should be doing 2 a week, but is it crazy, outlandish to think that we'll enroll 1 client a week? I don't think so. So let us know what we can do. We're here to help. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you back tomorrow morning. Have a good day. Bye-bye.